Now, okay, what's important about this compared to the last ones we've been watching is this is an elimination match.
Right.
Whoever loses this is out of the tournament.
So when it goes to game 5, they lose. They get 9th place. The other one gets into Championship Sunday.
Yeah, that's a big deal, man. If you've ever been to a LAN, for any game, any of these games out here, playing in Championship Sunday is so big, and Raydish is popping off already.
Yeah, Raydish's orb, I would be very surprised to see Use match Raydish in the orb ditto. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of sight gear primarily coming out from him. Already starting with the anti-airs and the end lights. Let's see if we get the nairs afterwards. Raydish has already shown some better combos against Use. Sidelight Cider puts him off stage. Does he switch over the weapons? No, he's staying on orb the entire time through. But the recovery gets caught by the nair, and then the end lights at the landings means Use gets the down light, goes for the side stick when Raydish doesn't dodge down and goes for the edge guard instead.
It's so close. Use looking for a weapon. Raydish has a small advantage while doing it, but no problem. Use knocks him away, rearms himself with the orb.
Cider comes through.
Which has great kill confirms.
Now what is Raydish going to get here? The light side air? Okay.
I didn't think it was going to be enough.
Yeah, it's interesting that boots as a design for the weapons, if you hold forward, you actually hit less hard. Right? Yeah. So when you hit those stairs, you want to make sure you don't activate
it moves you forward.
You don't want to do your active input. Because you make the decision of whether you want to go with your opponent to combo more or just do your strong hit. And Raydish very good now. When boots came out, it was like...
It was wise.
It was worth calling out the players that weren't doing that. And now...
Yeah, it's a big deal.
It's very clear whenever Raydish goes for it. So at low damage, you're more likely to see the side.
It's an orb. This is the most powerful orb ditto that could exist.
I think it's very Raydish favored. Let's see if Use is able to correct me. Can he get this edge guard here? Goes for the recovery.
Just one hit. Raydish is so damaged.
Goes for that dash forward downlight, avoids the recovery. Recovery avoided again, and Use goes for another recovery. They're just spinning around each other in orbit, and then Use eventually takes them out. They're like an asteroid belt, and he just knocks them off to the side, and it's like, oh no!
And Use switches to the scythe for the damage build.
Yeah, Orb does, in a way, fit that sword niche, where you're like, you hit your side light, you're going to guarantee get your knockout, the same way that sword does, right? Goes in, doesn't quite get the end sig.
Man, the effects on that skin are just so sick.
Yeah, they're terrifying. Very, very appropriate for Fortress Alliance too. We're getting so many like thematic color palettes from our matches today. Raydish taking the lead here in game 1. Nice nair, does recovery afterwards.
It's a pretty big lead too. Raydish could just finish off Use.
I don't know if Silent Cider would knock out just yet. Let's see what he's
You're right. It's good. It's close. It's hard to tell right now.
Boots picked up. What's he gonna go for? Down airs right back into place, goes up for the end sig. Use catches him out of the air. End light, another nair could come through here. Use has been playing so much keep away with the end lights. Raydish goes for the weapon throw instead, doesn't get the downlight right afterwards and picks up the orb. Now Sidelight Cider would knock out. He's got enough extra damage.
I think you're right.
But Use is he's so prepared for it that the game's basically even at this point.
It is literally even.
End light Sarah, Use is taking the lead. Side stick on landing. No, it goes for the end light recovery instead. That's the spot.
It's enough.
Wow, Raydish just could not close on either weapon.
Yeah, he had the lead for a while there too. Okay, now Use ahead, one stock, very deep in red on his second stock. Has the chance to build up some damage and just make the next stock easier, but he's not gonna get the chance. Raydish immediately knocks him out off the top, and we are down to a last stock situation here in game 1.
Weapon spawn comes through. Use picks up the side light, end light, side air. Great start coming up from Use. Raydish trying to get down from the platform. And so far, Use has really brought it back in this game. D-Light goes to the nair, nothing else afterwards. They both fall and they whip their attacks on each other stacked, and that Cider will come through. It's one hit for each other at the moment. Use now brings Raydish off the side of the stage. This is huge. Goes for the side stick to try to snipe him. Downlight.
Oh man, Raydish, he's gaining some momentum with this.
Cider off the side of the stage, goes to the sidelight to get the jump. Sidelight gets stopped by Use's sidelight.
And now the orb ditto to finish it off. It's so close. Anybody's game.
Jab after jab. What's Raydish gonna get? Pivot and light.
Yeah, it was smart to do the pivot there.
Oh, Use hasn't really been too signature heavy on the Fate besides the end sig. Raydish has the edge guard. What's he gonna go for? Gravity cancel sidelight, trying to catch the fastball. This end sig comes through.
It's gonna be a signature to finish.
Both players
I guarantee.
Oh, what's it gonna be for Raydish? Dash forward, Cider. That's the stock. Use makes the comeback and wins game number 1.
GG. A man of focus.
Yeah.
What's going through his mind right now?
Wondering if Raydish will want to go back to a single plat map like that again. When he got stuck on the platform, it seemed was like really hard to land on Use, who was just babysitting all of his landings. And I think like if we look at percentage of moves hits, Enlight is like the highest coming out from Use. So yeah, Raydish counter picks to a flat map.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to be stuck on that platform. Wants to be able to knock him out a lot earlier. Although I would say like statistically, in an Orb Ditto, the legend with the higher force is probably going to be having an easier time knocking out, and Fate's base strength is quite high. Let's see, let's see if that makes a difference here as we go into game number 2. Diner sends him off stage. Oh, Use is just so hard to get into for Raydish. Silent puts him off the left.
Use has got to be just one of the toughest players to like land hits on. I know we just saw it with Sandstorm versus Use.
Yeah, but it took Sandstorm 3 games to figure it out.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Recovery hits though. Chase dodges all the way up, doesn't get the side air. Use dive kicks back on the stage. Low on jumps. I think he's just done for. Yeah, that's the. He got side air into the wall, nothing left. Sweats the bottom of the stage. Raydish takes the lead.
Good call. Okay, this is a pretty big damage lead for Raydish too. He could easily translate this into a major damage lead, a head start on the next stock.
Sideline side air.
Or Use will just equalize it immediately.
Yeah, that high strength coming in favor for Fate there, and that is an immediate equalizer on what was orange damage.
Yeah.
And now the Endlights are coming through, throws the weapon away, starving Raydish of anything to play with. Now the orb's picked up, perfect spawn. Oh, but he just gets it the last second. Use doesn't react, gets the sideline side air. Good damage coming in from Use. Orb re-orb, Endlight comes through. What's going to be after that? Dash jump, dash back. Raydish slowly getting the upper hand in the Orb Ditto.
Their movement is so smooth, but the play seems to be like avoid whatever move you just avoided, use that to punish
Use that to punish the move, yeah. The Orb Ditto is unique in that sense, where it's kind of like your best move is what your opponent just used. Ooh, Ensign got interrupted with the weapon throw. Falling side air, Raydish not going to switch over to the boots, goes for the side stick instead.
Oh, and he's gone. It didn't matter.
The weapon throw punishes it.
He thought he could just ride his bike away from danger. Okay.
Amazing reversal. I don't blame Use for going out for that, right? Like, the side stick is, like you said, he was riding it away from danger. If you don't gravity cancel it, you could be like, I missed? Okay, I'm safe. Use trying to chase out with the weapon throw, but Raydish ended up getting the reversal as a result.
That weapon throw, had it connected, would have ended Raydish's stock. It was so close to landing. The Use has got the sidelight sider true combo to confirm this. You know he's looking for it.
Nair hits, double nair. Tries to go in for that side air. Raydish goes for the weapon throw. Use can't get the knockout. Eli recovery would come through here, and Raydish goes for the diagonal down chase dodge off the side of the stage. Really interesting choice.
Use throwing his weapon there. Okay, ooh, nice spot
about 50 damage.
I was worried when Use threw his weapon there, like he's gonna get caught without it for a while. Raydish can put the pressure on while he's
getting caught by a lot of damage. Those down six not catching Raydish out of a jump does get the stock. Okay, anyone's game. We saw Use come back from a bigger deficit than this in the first stock.
Yeah, this isn't too big of a deficit. Deep yellow maybe, solid yellow. Here we go.
First sidelight hits, Endlight on landing. That's one. Can he get another one?
You see him trying to figure out like how Raydish behaves off the neutral light, and if he can start anticipating what those things are going to be. But Raydish do a great job of mixing it up every time. It goes through a randomizer every time he gets hit with a neutral light. He does something different.
Oh, that time Use is like, I'll do something different. Gravity cancel Endlight. Side air sends him up the right side of the stage. Raydish doesn't go off stage for the down sig.
This could be Raydish's game. Use is so close to being knocked out, but
Downlight, the dead zone of Downlight, not able to get him.
It's definitely not too far gone. Still anybody's game, but oh, it's so close. Is that enough? No, but Use disarmed off the edge. Can Raydish get the edge guard? He goes for fall off, recovery, and without any jumps left, there was nothing else for him to do. Raydish scores the knockout. This is the winner gets into top 8. The loser is out of the tournament. Here we go.
Interesting that Use is letting World's End be on the table. 2 losses on the stage to Sandstorm, and then also Raydish getting his first win against Use on this stage as well. I do think that Use plays around the platforms really quite well. We'll have to see if he's able to bring it back here as Raydish opens up game number 3 very strong on the orb.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, we can theorize and theory craft all day about like why someone would want to go to a map or not, but what we can really look at is the statistics.
Yes.
He's lost a few times recently on this map.
Yeah, 0 for 3 so far on the map. It might be 0 for 4 if Raydish continues playing this way. Let's see if Use is able to bring it back with the orb. Dodges the end light, jumps around, gets hit by the stair. Raydish now going for the edge guard. The M-Sig, first time seen this set. Barely avoids the beak. Yeah, but does not get clipped. So
it's a sharp beak.
Yeah,
it hurts.
Yeah, it's either the bird like eats you, the raptor comes through and eats you, or just sends you flying off the top of the stage. Ooh, okay. Sends him off the left side. Where Raydish get the D-line side air.
He's not willing to go off stage to get it, but Hughes has to come up.
Yeah. Avoids one Sair, gets the recovery, not going to knock out just yet. Picks up the orb, sideline center will do it, and Raydish goes up in game number 3.
That was a great snatching of that weapon right before Hughes was able to get it. Raydish takes the stock with that weapon. And now extremely damaged and off stage, Raydish is gonna get knocked out. That was a pretty quick.
Yeah, that side of the recovery, I was like, wow, that knocked down. My eyebrows just like, okay, that's world's ends. Goes right back to an even game state. Raydish now looking for a weapon spawn. In fact, I feel like even when you like get when you're behind a stock and you clean it up immediately, I feel like favor goes to the person weapon starving a lot of the times.
Yeah.
And Hughes is really showing why that's the case there. As he hits end-light after end-light on the side, then Raydish just cannot get in with the boots.
Oh, Hughes is starting to, I could see Hughes entering a flow state here. He has just not gotten hit on this second stock at all. Completely dominating this stock.
Chases him all the way up, gets the recovery, that's it.
Wait,
Raydish is too low on jumps.
Oh yeah. That was a perfect stock.
It was a perfect stock.
That was a flawless victory.
It was a cleanup into a flawless stock on Raydish there. The boots could not get in against Hughes' Scythe, and now Raydish has to get an orb. This will be the second weapon he's been able to pick up in the last 2 stocks. Like, Hughes has been doing phenomenal weapon starving, and then he just goes right over to the orb himself. Here it comes through.
Full stock behind. How do you come back from this?
I mean, the Orb Ditto is where Raydish has gotten the most of his damage, but now Hughes is even beating him in that. Falling side air comes through. Oh, recovery hits. Multiple recoveries from Raydish. It's going to be a lot more than that. Sidelight end signals for that bonus damage.
That's not true, is it?
It's not true, but it is quick. I mean, if you look at signatures that are like, that's basically a light attack. Fate's neutral thing is up there, right?
Well, the amount of times we see these like super top tournament players like do strings into nothing because people are so used to like, by default, they're going to get out of it, so they don't bother going for the follow-up. Oh my gosh, a 2-stock victory for Hughes.
Super quick. Okay, well, that completely erases any small world's end narrative that I was going for there. That was a really dominant game there, and they might go right back for game number 4.
He was confident. I think we're going right back.
Immediately.
I think I saw it.
Raydish now at match point. Loses this, is out at 9th. Hughes makes it into the top 8 championship Sunday. Would be the 3rd South American player to do it. Here we go.
Hughes versus Raydish. I do like how often World's End is being used in this tournament. It's just so appropriate.
Yeah, and the matches are so quick. Like, Scythe recovery takes you out right when you enter red. With Raydish an exhaustive recovery on boots there, I think that would have just knocked out because the blast zone's so close. Falling in air, not being able to pick up, but now Raydish doing a little bit better with the boots than he was in the previous game. Hughes, we look for those landing punishes with the end lights again, or will Raydish just barrel his way right through on center stage? That's a nice side light. Okay, end light kicks him away.
Okay, Raydish is popping off.
Went for the end sig there, and Hughes just ends up hitting him right out of it.
So Raydish has technically been hit. It's technically not a perfect stock, but he's like 2 damage.
He's been playing it very, very well. Orb picked up by Hughes now. Sider tacks on some more damage. What's Raydish going to find? Sidelight Sider. Nair. Okay, recovery from Raydish probably won't knock out from center stage, but if he hits it with a Nair, I think it will. That Sider almost does it.
Okay, here we go. He's burned his dodge. Raydish has got the opportunity for an epic edge guard here. Gets away from it, and the dodge is back, so Raydish was not willing to go off stage to get it, and now Hughes with stage control.
Yeah, both looking for their orb recovery here, and Hughes not letting him hit it. Sider not going to catch him jumping. Falling Sider not going to hit him, and that weapon toss, pick up end light. No dodge to be seen, but Hughes has brought the damage back. Side stick to knock out. Nair breaks the weapon.
Okay, luckily there's a weapon right there for him to re-grab. Tries to snipe him. Both players deep in red. We're 1 hit from a knockout on either way. We get Hughes landing the final blow, but
Raydish went from almost having a perfect stock to losing the stock lead that stock. That was an amazing comeback coming out from Hughes. Weapon throw, picks up the orb. Let's see what he can do.
And Raydish is just looking for any. Oh, I can't believe he got the weapon snatched away from him.
Hughes can do it again. Goes back over to the stage where it spawns. Hughes
that was slick.
That'll be the sidelight there to even it up.
Nice equalization. Okay, Raydish trying to starve out Yuz from having a weapon as long as he can. And in this brief moment, while Yuz doesn't have a weapon, he manages to land one Nair.
Good job opening up with the side light. Can he get anything else afterwards? No, falling Nair, side light, nothing else after. He's using the range to be able to get some damage through, but no real follow-ups right afterwards. He's popping up with Nair, falls to the down air. That's a good stock. Grabbing cancel, delay, goes to the Nair right afterwards.
He went for everything on that one. He could have just side aired. It wouldn't have been enough. He needed to carry him off just a little bit more. Oh,
okay,
man.
Raydish finally following through with his openings, though. Yeah, that was a really awesome, almost an awesome conversion. Orb picked up and come through. Sideline Cider would knock out. Raydish could bring this to game 5. Oh, but Yuz stopping him in his tracks. Those headlights are so devastating. It's just the most like one-hit playstyle of Scythe I've ever seen. Yuz has just been purely anti-airs on the headlights.
Oh, that was okay. I'm surprised there was no punish off of that.
Yeah, okay, that is.
Yuz went for 2 very crazy, risky options there. The second one got a punish for it.
I wonder if Yuz thought he would react to the startup because Raydish wasn't even where the down sig was going. But either way, Raydish happy to be able to get that punish there. Gets him with the side light, gets an end light after maybe. No, gets the backswing of the Nair instead, kicking him in the back of the head. Another side light, gets the down sig. Raydish just dominating it.
Raydish trying to take him to the game 5. Yes, he's got it. We're going to game 5.
Okay.
Let's go.
Game 5's on the board. Is it back to World's End? Raydish looks really good. Returned the 2-stock with the 2-stock of his own. I can't even say in stage anymore. It's really just who's playing better. The boots were better that game than any other game that set.
Yeah, I love seeing it, but he got some crazy combos there. He almost got a huge gimp off the side. And with this being the last game of today's stream, it is so appropriate that we are in game 5. And are we going back to World's End? Oh, yes.
There we are. Game 5. Yuz versus Raydish. Last game of the day. Winner of this gets to the top 8. Loser
last game of the day for top 8. Here we go.
Game 5, Raydish versus Yuz, Orb Ditto, Scythe versus Boots. Raydish's Boots really coming online last time, but Yuz, when he gets into the weapon starve situation, he's able to get his anti-airs with the end lights. That's where he really shines, but Raydish was able to break through last time with his aggression. Let's see if he can do it in Game 5. Nair recovery.
That's so huge, dude. In Game 5, you get an early stock. It was 20 seconds for that stock.
Exhausted recovery.
That's insane.
Exhausted recovery angled upwards. That was the most devastating angle that he could possibly get hit by him. Just like that, uses down on 2 stocks in the blink of an eye.
Oh man. Oh, that's.
Orb is not the weapon you think of when that does that. Right? There's like boots, there's blasters, but Orb being able to do that, Raydish would have called out. And yet Yuz might bring this right back. Getting all the damage and barely taking any himself.
Yeah, let's not act like it's over. He's actually really close to equalizing this.
Silent hit, just like that. He took 1 hit.
Oh my gosh. Off a 20-second stock. You still just brings it back.
And now, okay, doesn't start with the weapons. The endlights comes through. Raydish was doing great with Boots' side light to be able to deal with Yuz. Yuz had been waiting for a lot of aerial approaches, but when Raydish was able to do the grounded approaches just like that, endlight right after the side light, that's when he's able to get a lot of his damage. Let's see if we can find more.
So nice. I like Raydish on the boots here. He's looking good.
Ooh, we get side light away. Yuz now playing a grounded game. Okay. Went right back over to the orb, falling side air, looks for the landing. Can he get the end light? Can he get anything here? No, Yuz and Raydish just completely even game. Gets hit by the Sair. Side light avoided.
Oh man.
That's the lead for Raydish.
In the flow state. Raydish is popping off.
Looks for the recovery. Gets reversaled by the Nair. What is Yuz going to be able to do here? Hits that side air. Second side air. Goes up the side of the stage. Side stick could knock out.
Raydish right here. He
goes to the ground pound.
Oh my gosh. He steals the weapon away. And the little bit of stun from that weapon throw was enough for him to confirm
Yuz took like
into the neutral sig.
40 damage on that first stock and is in the lead. Right? Like
That's
his damage taken is so small.
That's
and he's
so
continuing to destroy Raydish here. Raydish, can he get the downlight and a recovery downlight and a side air? Just something to knock out. Endlight's not going to do it. Weapon throw gets dodged by the fastfall. Orb picked up, but down air's not going to knock out. And these recoveries Yuz is being too mindful of. Sidelight side air, that might be too much extra credit to come back from. Raydish looks for the endlight and he gets hit by the bicycle kick. Sidelight side air again and Yuz. Is he going to reverse? I mean, this is basically a 3-stock if he's able to do this.
Oh, you're right. With how early that first stock got taken.
Side air, not going to knock out from center.
Oh my gosh.
Raydish needed that.
No,
okay.
he didn't need it. This is the last stock of the day. This is to make it in the top 8. Loser is out of the tournament, and Raydish has his back against the wall. He's got to clutch it out right now.
Dodges 2 Sayers, but the end lights are damaged. Dashes out of the way of the neutral signature. Gets one side side air, but the end gets punished. Side lane knocks him off the side of the stage. Yu's not going to risk the edge guard, puts up the side stick instead. Raydish dashes right past.
He's 1 hit away from
Does he switch over to the boost? Yu switches to the orb. He's looking for NSYNC here as the anti-air. Doesn't get it though.
He's still alive. Dude, this is so nerve-wracking.
Oh, Raydish dodges out of the way of the recovery. Doesn't get anything else with that side air. Side light, side air. Yu's now off the side of the stage. Raydish doesn't get his recovery. Yu looks for his own. Dodges at the end light, gets it. That's not going to be it. He's 1 hit away.
That's it. He has no more extra lives on this one.
Weapon throw. Hughes goes over to the side. Even side light would knock out. The there recovery. Does he get it? He dodges out of the way of the dare. He has 1 dodge left to make it back to the stage, and he doesn't. Raydish narrowly survives. Avoids the side light. Can he get another hit there?
Oh my.
Nothing. No recovery. The sider connects it. Hughes gets the win.
Brings it back after getting knocked out 20 seconds into the match. GG. What a game. Wow. And Hughes, the most recent world champion, goes on to top 8 Championship Sunday. A devastating loss for Raydish, but it was